lucky number? Well, for me, in elementary school, every About Me poster would make you write your lucky number. And on every one of those, my lucky number was different, because I may be a little whimsical sometimes. But when it comes to speech, my lucky number is always 3. So what makes it such a lucky and magical number? When we try to make a point in our speech, we can really hammer the point home if we present the information in 3 chunks. In other words, we use 3 words or phrases to describe or explain our point. Scientific evidence shows that 3 is the maximum number of information units that people can hold in their brain in a short period of time. So we definitely don't want to burden our audience with too much information. Meanwhile, when ideas are presented in groups of 3, people see a pattern forming, and we humans love patterns. Patterns bring us a stable structure, and they bring us a sense of order and comfort as well. Throughout history, we have seen many great speeches that exemplify the rule of 3. Here are some of my personal favorites. In the United States Declaration of Independence, there was life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, 3 inalienable rights that governments are created to protect. Veni, vidi, vici, meaning I came, I saw, I conquered. 3 famous phrases uttered by Julius Caesar after he achieved a swift and conclusive victory at a battle. President Lincoln, in his most famous speech, the Gettysburg Address, said that these dead shall not have died in vain, that this nation, under God, shall have a new birth of freedom, and that government of the people, by the people, for the people, shall not perish from the earth. Again, of the people, by the people, for the people. Another pattern of 3. If we just use 1 or 2 phrases to describe our ideas, it's not going to be as convincing or powerful because people would consider them to be just discrete pieces of information. On the other hand, if we give people a list of more than 3 things, we may sound like we're rambling and people won't remember much of the torrent of ideas thrown at them. Even a seasoned statesman and an eloquent speaker like Winston Churchill, when not following the rule of 3, could make it hard for people to commit to memory all of his ideas. In his inaugural speech as the British Prime Minister during the Second World War, he famously said, "I have nothing to offer but blood, toil, tears, and sweat." That's 4 things: blood, toil, tears, and sweat. But most people only remember 3: blood, tears, and sweat. When I typed Winston Churchill's speech blood into the Google search bar, some of the autocompletions only contained Winston Churchill's speech blood, sweat, and tears. Apparently, only 3 out of the 4 things stood out. This, once again, shows us the power of 3. In our own speeches, we should also invoke the magic power of 3 to make our ideas more memorable and engaging. Using this in our everyday life is actually great practice. When your friends ask you questions like, "What do you like about the movie Barbie?" Or when your parents ask you, "Why you get A-? You supposed to get A++. Your cousin Bob has biomedical PhD. He only 9. What the hell is wrong with you?" Always try answering with 3 reasons. Good luck!